Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another episode of the Superstar Mid-Tier GM mode. Said that in a weird order, but who cares? We're going in one shot. Anyway, as you can see, I'm recording one after the other this time. That way I can know that I'm uploading 2 times a week. So bear that in mind. We are starting off this episode at SummerSlam. I couldn't leave it there. Like last episode, I couldn't leave it at SummerSlam. I've done all the matchups like I normally do. But again, thank you for all your love and support, ladies and gentlemen. They are highly appreciated. The more I see your love, the more confident and upbeat I want to do to upload. Without further ado, guys, we're going to jump into the setup here. As we all can see, we're at the desk as normal, and we're going to do SummerSlam, and then I'm going to try and do some changes and all that. So this episode is going to be a revamp, rebuild in everything, basically. So trades are going to happen, even if they're really bad trades, but I'm going to do trades, so it's like a new roster upload, also new rivalries, championship changes, so on and so forth. So SummerSlam is a make or break episode, so we can do mix-ups. So every main show, apart from WrestleMania, obviously, we're going to do like a superstar shake-up, if that makes sense. So it's like a mini draft. I'm thinking about it on the spot. I like the idea. I'm going to go with it. So let's go anyway. So let's jump into SummerSlam and see the results. Usually we would watch them, because of the way I've made the series, we're not going to. So without further ado, without me, we're going to jump into it, basically. So SummerSlam, here we go in San Francisco, California. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. SummerSlam is here. We got a couple of heat matches, so we're going to simulate. Rebel Dragon defeats Chris Masters, so that rivalry is going to end because it's on heat. But I wanted to liven up the show, you see. So the Rebel Dragon is going to stay on heat until the next major pay-per-view. So ladies and gentlemen, so keep that in mind. So the Rebel Dragon is going to stay there to boost his popularity, so on and so forth. They didn't have a match, so unfortunately there. And Chavo Guerrero returned to a defeat to a Smackdown superstar in Psychosis. Brilliant, love that. So first matchup of the night was Monday Night Raw, and it was an Iron Man match, special guest referee, with Trish Stratus as a special guest referee, and Mickie James defeats the Million. So that means Trish Stratus and Mickie James have unfinished business, so that is going to happen and continue, so on and so forth there, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not too upset about that, because that's kind of the way I wanted it to go. Next matchup was Smackdown, be a handicap match against tag on trio, Booker T and Umaga versus JBL, Great Khali and Snitsky. This is why I want to do a superstar shake-up, because I feel like JBL should be up there in the main title picture, but SmackDown aren't making him do that, and I do want to bring in Booker T as well, but it's going to be hard because their popularities are high. But JBL is a high one up there that I do want to bring in, if I'm honest, as I've been saying in the previous episode. The next matchup is a battle royale for the Intercontinental, and Boogeyman becomes new Intercontinental Champion, which I thought Mark Henry might win this, but I'm not upset about that. Boogeyman does deserve a title shot, and Johnny Nitro, I know he's gone a bit downhill, but again, superstar shake-up, we'll see in the future. Match number 4, BO becomes the new Cruiserweight Champion for SmackDown. Now Raw's main event for the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley becomes the new WWE Champion. That is what I wanted to do. Let's just say I could bring in a few higher rated superstars off from the thing and bring in here, ladies and gentlemen. So Bobby Lashley could have a brand new rivalry going on here. We never know. But mid-tier superstars, decent. So Bobby Lashley in the Hell in Cell becomes the new WWE Champion, like I said. And then their main event, Carlito loses to Ric Flair for the World Heavyweight Championship. That is unfortunate, but unfortunately, that's how it goes. So, yeah. And who won? Raw. Get in. 325,000K. Yeah, oh no. No. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see that? Do you see that? Oh, do you know what? Oh, I swear, if that come up as 13-week injury, again, like it said the last series we did, I would have cried. 3 weeks? I mind that. So, SummerSlam was a success. The two general managers put the best matches they could at the WWE Superstars, gave it their all. This cross-brand pay-per-view is an indication of how the rest of the year will go. It looks like Raw has a bit more in the tank. You can be sure that the next time these two titans meet, this encounter will not be forgotten. Hell no! Hell no! I told you, I am... See, look, fan change, perfect. Love that. can't say no more. So then, ladies and gentlemen, after SummerSlam, we got money in there, obviously. We're in Texas, El Paso, right? I'm going to revamp everything right now. So it's going to be a big cutscene before you see anything, but I will tend to change anything. I am giving myself, right, because it's SummerSlam, I'm allowed to do one legend for each show now, and another higher tier superstar, if that makes sense. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw after SummerSlam. Oh, my brain wanted to tick over. I've been sitting there for about 15 minutes trying to figure out a few things, and I have chosen a few icons, or I should say legends, out of the things that I have unlocked throughout the game, so keep that in mind. I'm hoping SmackDown don't pick some up. If they do, I'm buggered. But anyway, we're gonna simulate. So Kane picks up the win against Rebel Dragon, so he could be happy now. Good. Match number 2, Gregory Helms in the new rivalry with Chris Masters defeats Chris Masters. Good. The Boogeyman retains the Intercontinental Championship against Chavo Guerrero because Shelton Benjamin's injured, remember, and I was going to put him in the rivalry with Chavo because of the revenge. He's out of action for 3 weeks, isn't he? So there's not much I can do on that one, which is unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. And then match number 4, Mickey James defeats Trish Stratus in their own rivalry. Johnny Nitro defeats Mark Henry to gain popularity so he can go for the world title. And then the main event, Joey American defeats the newly required champion in Bobby Lashley. So we're going to advance, and then you can see some of the superstars that have been free agents here. I tried doing trading, it didn't work. SmackDown got 150. Damn. Okay. Oh, Jimmy Neidhart's available. Oh. We'll keep you posted on that one, ladies and gentlemen. The SmackDown results, very well built show. Final one, okay, very well built show. Nice. I like to see that, if I'm honest, ladies and gentlemen. That's really nice to see. Oh yeah, pay-per-view. I forgot about doing the pay-per-view one, innit? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It just popped into my head. So we had a 3.5, they had a 3. We had a 3.5, they had a 3. We had a 4, but they did have a game there, but we did win it, so fair play. Raw results, half star, that's fine, because I wanted to throw Rebel Dragon in there anyway. And then 3, it's a well-built show. Perfect. Couldn't ask for more, but SmackDown did beat us this week. Yeah, they put their titles on the line. Jamie Barnes. Anyway, let's go into the final Monday Night Raw and bring in the new recruits that I have just brought in for you guys. So we're gonna go into the final Monday Night Raw of this week. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the final Monday Night Raw of the episode today, and it is in Oklahoma, Edmonds. So we're going to simulate one match in the heat, which is Rebel Dragon versus Paul Burchill. I threw him in there because I had to. Match number 1, Chris Martin, Trevor Mann, and Lance Cade defeat Kane, Big Show, and Gregory Helms. Fantastic. Match number 2, Chavo Guerrero becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. Bear in mind, he never lost that title when he had it in singles matches before he got injured, remember, ladies and gentlemen. So remember that. I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is true. Match number 3, in a handicap match, Mickey James defeats Melina and Trish Stratus. Fair play, I thought that was going to happen. Johnny Nitro defeats Mark Henry again, so Nitro is on the verge of becoming the #1 contender for the title. Newly required, Dusty Rhodes loses to Joey Mercury in a Legend Killer rivalry for Joey Mercury. And then, newly required, Bam Bam Bigelow defeats Bobby Lashley in the First Blood match. So, Bam Bam Bigelow could be the next #1 contender, as well as Johnny Nitro to go for the WWE Championship. So, if you're wondering why I've signed these, because back in the day, if you remember, they were icon, but mid-tier icons as well. Icons, I should say legends. I'm just thinking about FIFA, sorry. But yeah, legends that were mid-tier. So Dusty Rhodes was a mid-tier at some point, and Bam Bam Bigelow was, and that's where the rules of that. Same with Mr. Perfect, but I haven't unlocked him. So yeah, I would have signed Bam Bam and Mr. Perfect, but because I didn't, these are the superstars that I've joined, and they are the mid-tier ones because it's still in the rules of mid-tier superstars only, and in back in the day they were mid-tier. So remember that, ladies and gentlemen. But the outcome of this Monday Night Raw is SmackDown. 90k. Ooh, I mean, I am starting my rivalries again, so that's probably it. So minor injury, I need to look into that one. Free agency, Dusty Rhodes has picked a show, which is Monday Night Raw. Let's look at how SmackDown beat us this week. So I had a well-built, fantastic show. You know what, I'll take that any day. Plus, it's the start of a new rivalry here, it's the start of a new rivalry here, it's the start of a new rivalry here, start of a new rivalry here, and not a rivalry here, but there will be a rivalry, and there is a rivalry in this one. So, as again, start of the rivalries, it's going to happen, so you know what I mean. And then they had a United States Championship on the line, Ric Flair and Carlito. Okay, I'll give him that. I'll give SmackDown the benefit of the doubt here. I'll give him that. here are the current champions you can see here, ladies and gentlemen. It has dramatically changed for the past couple of episodes. See, the WWE champion is Bobby Lashley. World Tag Teams in Trevor Murdoch and Lance K, which is good because their popularity was going up and everyone wanted to see that. Chavo Guerrero has returned and become the champion, and then Mickey James has retained the championship for a long time. So it's not too bad of an episode here, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm perfectly honest. So I will leave it here as the fan support. As you can see, the next major pay-per-view is going to be Survivor Series, but I believe it's Unforgiven next for me. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. So this will conclude the end of this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. If you like the idea of me bringing in the legends that were mid-tier and bring them into this universe, smash that like button down below if you enjoyed that idea of mine. I thought it was crafty and in a way good things. That way I can start doing like icon contracts, if that makes sense, like the legend killer, so on and so forth. So in my mind, it's a perfect mid-tier way of bringing them in because one, their rating is kind of mid-tier and their popularity is mid-tier as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, and leave a comment down below who else you would like me to sign. If you want me to sign anyone, as long as they're kind of mid-tier and all that, or I can make them mid-tier, it's up to you guys. But yeah, if you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed this episode, like, comment, subscribe down below. It'd be highly appreciated if you do, because it makes me motivated to do more, and I'm going to try my best, like I say, to upload twice a week to end this episode before the new games come out, because they're coming out in the horizon and it'll be murder if I don't upload these in time, but we'll have to see. But again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hope you appreciated this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one, which I don't know when to be uploaded, but until then, have a great day. Peace.
Look, 30's an enemy, I'm trying to leave a legacy. Loads of old friends got killed off from my jealousy. More time I hope they reminisce and just remember me, but till that day comes I must stay sipping on this Hennessy. Cause right now everything is moving backwards. See your success, see they greeted it with laughter. So right now you can keep all of the drama, cause I'ma get W's before, during and after.